Pisceans, here are the horoscopes, or the horoscope, for the month of July of 2012. What's going to happen for you, for Pisceans? Well, I think this month, in general, is going to be a month of discovering self-worth from within, and of discovering that all the work that you've been doing lately to try to manifest things, the things you want on a day-to-day basis. Now let's see how this goes. First of all, the planet Neptune is going retrograde during the whole month, which means that it's a bit on a pause. And for those Pisceans, or people who have planets in Pisces or an ascendant, especially those who have an ascendant between 0 and 6 degrees of Pisces, they have Neptune in Pisces conjuncting these planets or this ascendant, which means that there was a bit of a fog, a bit of a mist in their life. And of course Pisceans, they can cope with that quite well. But sometimes it can be too foggy. And but that's going to be on the background, so that's on a pause for now. So I think that's good news. And but still, at the same time, for those people who have these early degrees, the North Node is squaring up to it, to Pisces, which means that people who have shifted their path, it's still a bit uncomfortable. It's still a bit insecure, but that's all right. That's on the background. But what's happening now during the month of July? Still, of course, this Pluto-Uranus square is going on. And with these outer planets, when this aspect isn't as exact as last month, it's still on the background. And when does it come to the surface? It comes to the surface when a faster planet touches it. And that's happening this month. So Pluto-Uranus is again going to be very much into people's lives, because in the middle of the month, around 13, 14, 15, 16th of July, Mars is going to exactly oppose Uranus and square up to Pluto. Now what does it mean? In general, it means upheavals, it means explosive behavior, it means a Mars that really wants to in an original way, really wants to stand up for itself. And how does this reflect you in the chart? This happens in your 2nd house and in your 8th house. So you have Mars transiting, it has been for a long time in your 7th house. It's now transiting your 8th house, word of other people, and opposing that Uranus in the 2nd house. Now I do think that this is a good thing, notwithstanding the fact it can be very challenging because of this explosive nature. Why do I think it's a good thing? Well, first of all, Uranus is conjuncting a very little planet which is called Pallas. And Pallas is a very little planet, so that is now also around 8 degrees of Aries. And it's conjuncting Uranus, and it's the planet of, how would I say, it's the planet of wisdom, it's the planet of intelligence, strategic intelligence, which means it's in your 8th house and also opposing your 2nd house. It means that things about self-worth are going to become clear for you. And it is a wise thing going on right now. And I know that self-worth, especially for Pisceans, is a thing that doesn't come very easily and naturally. I'm not saying that's bad or good. On the contrary, it makes you sharper in a way to become better. But I think that you're going to be fed up with the fact that your self-worth is dependent on other people. And that is going to become, you're going to become aware of that in the middle of the month. And I think it's also good, not only with that little planet Pallas going on there, I think it's also good because at the same time that Mars is trining Jupiter. Having Mars in a trine with Jupiter, that's all about confidence. That's all about good self-worth that starts from within, not from without, but from within. And that's happening in your 4th house. So your 4th house, which is also a water house, you know, the 4th house is water house, the 8th house is water house, you're going to love it. And it's that trine that's going on with that Mars, working very hard in the 8th house, in the house of the self-worth that you gain from others, in the house that you have been working on for so long, because also Saturn has been in there for, I think, a year or two, or maybe a bit longer. And it's ending its cyclus now. So it means that you've learned your lessons about Saturn in the 8th house. You've learned your lessons about the taboos in your life, about what the things that that you don't want to face, or the things that are the fears that you're having, or the pressure on questions like, what are my obsessions, what are my unhealthy attachments, and so on. You've dealt with that. And with Mars now coming into that house, trining Jupiter in the 4th, I think you will get the confidence that you're seeking for such a long time. And Jupiter in the 4th, and also Venus in there in the 4th, still for the whole month, means that you will get, how would I say, you will feel good. You will feel at ease at home. Maybe you're going to change some things home, or make it more beautiful, or make it bigger, because Jupiter is expansive. And that is going to add to that self-worth. That is, I think, a theme for the month of July for Pisceans. So that is very good news. It's transforming from within. The 4th house is a very, it's your core. It's the lowest point of your chart. So it's about you. It's about your identity, and it's about to change a lot in that respect. So very good indeed. And at the same time, whilst all this is happening, you've got Mercury, which is the ruler of your 7th house, in the 6th house, which it loves it there. Mercury loves it, the 6th house. 6th house is a Virgo house, and Mercury really loves to be in that Virgo house. It can do a lot of stuff there, a lot of practical stuff. And I know a lot of Pisceans don't like that. They don't like to make lists, well, most of them. They don't like to make lists. They don't like to do all the little things, just to let the bigger things go happening. But I think that as Mercury is ruler of your 7th house, you'll get help. You'll get help of your loved one, for example, who will help you with all the day-to-day things, or with maybe on another level helping you with your diet and to pick it up again, because Mercury goes retrograde around that middle of the month. So maybe you rethink about your diet or about the exercises. Maybe they're going to do that together with you. Why not? What else could it mean? It means that a lot of things that you're going to focus on you know, the little details, the things that you really focusing on resolving little problems, or maybe bigger problems, but on resolving them. So that's a very practical house. So it seems to me that you're doing this mixture this month about, you know, the things that go from the inside, the water houses, the stuff on your self-worth, and so on. And that other person will help you to manifest what has to manifest in order to gain that self-worth, and to gain it as from within. So I think, and of course, because as from the 3rd week of July, also the Sun comes into the 6th house. So from a part that is more associated with pleasure, the 5th house, it goes into the 6th house. So also that emphasis on doing these little things, doing a lot of activity there. I think that's basically it. Yes, it's a good month for you. It's a month of being able to accomplish that self-worth through little things and through a lot of work on your own. on the background. I hope this is helpful. I hope you liked it. And still, if you want to see videos about Pluto-Uranus, want to understand a bit more about it, I've done a lot of videos on them. You know, the Pluto-Uranus on the personal planets, and you scroll down to YouTube at the end of my channel and see them there. I still do the Pluto-Uranus special offer reading, and of course other readings if you want to. And I wish you all the best for the month of July, and I'll see you back soon. Bye bye.